Africa Awake TV. Research states that the history of colonialism of Africa is dated back from ancient medieval. The principal powers involved in the modern colonization of Africa are Britain, France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, and Italy. In nearly all African countries today, the languages used in government and media is the one imposed by a recent colonial power. In ancient times, people from Southern Europe and Western Asia colonized North Africa, while people from Southeast Asia colonized Madagascar. In the Middle Ages, North and East Africa was further colonized by people from Western Asia. In the modern era, Western Europeans colonized regions in all the continent's 5 major parts. That's the North, the South, the East, the West, and the Central Africa, culminating in the scramble for Africa in the late 19th century, during which nearly the entire continent was colonized. How was Africa like before colonialism? Africans were traders, farmers, inventors, and monarchs. Africans had kingdoms and city-states, each with its own languages and culture. Africa was a whole world of its own. Our pre-colonial era was the direct opposite of the current in a positive way. How was the African market like before colonialism? The continent's market was one of the leading global markets before colonialism. They traded in tobacco, gold, copper, spices, ebony, ivory, skin, salt, cloth, sheep, goats, cattle, camels, and more. That means our economy was alive and buoyant before colonialism. Should I say colonialism ruined everything? I guess you know the answer. We had a leading economy as of that time, and none was fit to compete with us. Reasons why we were colonized through envy. Modern edited history paints an image of a poor, cruel, primitive, and unwelcoming Africa. Well, that isn't true, for if that was the case, then no other continent would have been able to invade and have us colonized. I think Africa's hospitality was used against her. Africa pioneered an economy that later became what will become the 21st century economy today. This is beyond the concept of exchange. Africa was far advanced traders. Colonialism halted this heavy move and lured the entire continent into what we have today, chaos. To restore this tempered era, I think our undiluted history and economy needs to re-enter our schools today. The consciousness needs to be reinstated into our next generation kids. And if that is not done, then we are raising a future that is destined for doom. Our history should not be replaced by foreign history. In the early historical period, colonies were founded in North Africa by migrants from Europe and Western Asia. Africa wasn't as primitive and uncivilized as they claim before colonialism. One of the people that has an important place in our pre-colonial history is this Greek historian and geographer from the Greek city of Halikarnassus, part of the Persian Empire, Turkey. He is known for having written the histories, a detailed account of the Greco-Persian wars. Herodotus is claimed to be the first writer to perform systematic investigation of historical events. He is sometimes generally referred to as the father of history. He was among the first writers to report about Africa, where he had visited. Herodotus reported about a prosperous trade carried out between the people of West Africa, such as the Moroccans and the people who settled at the city of Carthage, the Phoenicians. From Herodotus' remarks of Africa, it shows that he was more of a spy sent by the same people who later colonized Africa. Listening to his remarks, this country produces great quantities of gold, has an abundance of elephants and all the woodland trees and ebony, and its men are the tallest, the most handsome, the longest lived. Herodotus wasn't just a spy sent to Africa. Deep colonialism entered Africa after Herodotus' spy mission. He came to spy on us so as to report later on for a proper colonization. I believe so much that Herodotus wasn't just a historian and a geographer as he claimed. He collected our information and reported on our resources and strength, which I think is a crime he should be punished now or later for. Today, he's being taught to our children in schools as a good guy. The plan is working pretty well. I believe it was just beyond a temporal plan. It was a long-term plan that they worked on, and it is so much prospering. In our next video, we'll be diving in deeper into our pre, mid, and post-colonial era. There's a lot of things we have to uncover. Please subscribe, like, and share your thoughts on what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that in our next videos, you will not miss out on any episode. Until next time, I am still your host, Novelist Vessel. Thank you for watching.